Hey there, welcome back to my channel Mon Voyage, and I know you will be seeing me in a very different real self, authentic self, because it is very intentional. When I was seeing stories and transformations of the people I follow or people who have inspired me into spirituality, and the years of religious practice, strict discipline, spiritual discipline that they follow, I have seen their growth. I have seen their physical transformations. I have seen how they speak, or what content they produce, and there are so many of them on YouTube. And obviously, when you go years back and see the original videos, you will be so proud to see all of it. Okay, and they themselves will be so proud to see all of it. And I want to be in the same zone, so I thought that I will come here as much as possible for me, because this is easy to set it up, light, makeup, everything is really difficult, draining with a toddler and the limited time that I have. So this is pretty intentional, right? So I will come like this only, and because I also want to showcase that how being spiritual really help to know yourself so authentically, so confidently, that it doesn't matter what people are thinking about you. You just be yourself, do your own thing, right? And that power, that confidence really comes from knowing your within too well. So okay, now diving down straight into today's topic. I was reading something, and this somebody asked, the spiritual teacher, that what is one thing that we should start very early in age, right? If we are following this path, and why should we actually start so early in age? So he said that if there's a research, and if you the research says that if you ask all the elderlies this question, that what is one thing that you would want to change in your life, and you wish that you wouldn't have done it that way, like the way you've done it, what it would be. And the unanimous answer which came was that they hope, they wish that they would have lived the life that they wanted to, being their true authentic selves. And they're really happy seeing today's generation achieving different goals, right? And being who they want to be. Like, it is so cool today to be a DJ, an RJ, or a chef, or a makeup artist, very unconventional professions and careers in life. And they said, they wanted to do some things, but they couldn't do because of societal pressure, parents' pressure, and just because they wanted to support their families, and etc., because there'll always be reasons. And then the teacher said, that obviously they couldn't do it, but now we are so empowered with all of this information flowing in now, that if we start to learn and accept this very early on in our life, imagine we can still make and take that control of our own lives in our own, in our own hands, following a spiritual route, following a spiritual practice, and living the life beautifully, abundantly, and just achieving everything that we want in life, right? Now, spirituality doesn't mean that everything good will only come to you and then you're very connected to the source. The challenges are always there to help you grow, and they should always be there, right? But it is the way we change our mindset towards them. It is the way that shift happens in us, right? And this is exactly what spirituality is. It is not something which is only yoga or only meditation or just reading these books, chanting, or doing your divine practices every day. No, it is just becoming who you are, who you are meant to be. And it is so empowering that we are at an age and a stage where we have that power. All we need is right guidance, because this is something which even our elders don't know, right? And even if you go and pick up one particular guru of your choice whom you resonate with, he might or might not be able to influence that why it is needed, right? Till the time you don't go through a certain challenging phase in your life, and where uh, some of it you're still seeking, right? Because one particular person is explaining and trying to explain things and establishing it from their own point of view, from their own point of experiences, from their own understandings. But as you open up and see and hear others also, all of it can come together and fit that puzzle of spirituality so beautifully. Now, I'll give you an example how we as youngsters, uh, if we choose to go on the spiritual path, can really make our life easy, and how we should open up ourselves to different people talking about spirituality, right? So pick up Jay Shetty. Now Jay Shetty is a very good example of modern spiritual teacher, right? He has he has seen what meditation is like, because for years he was only doing meditation practices, okay, and he was a monk. He led a life like a monk, and now if you see him, he is living a good modern life and married and settled. But the lessons that he learned from then, from that time, he is applying it in his current life, and very beautifully. Because of that, all aspects of his life are so beautiful, right? From his success, like from his relationships, from his health, everything, right? Now on the other side, if we see Sadhguru, the Sadhguru has a particular style of explaining things, and trust you me, he's so nice, because uh, the old things that are in our tradition and ancient wisdoms, he bring it so nicely in front of youth, with proper scientific explanation and logics, that it gets so easy to understand it. But he has a particular way of uh, giving you that foundation, right from working inner engineering to working on your body to working on your soul. So he has a particular part to teaching you that, right? Now here comes Louise Hay. She went through so much in her own personal life, that's how she opened up her own self to her own healing power. And now you have her books, Heal Your Life, Heal Your Body, and that's where you understand that you are your own healer. You can be so good and self-healing, but you need to take control of that emotions, how to work on those emotions, how to work on those beliefs, how to develop that self-love in yourself. Now if you beautifully, and there are so many, but right now just the three of them clicked to my mind, so I just picked at that. But see, now all of them have different things to offer us, and if all of it can be amalgamated and picked and learned, and they will be serving different purposes in our journeys. So for example, when I was going through a lot of pains in my personal life 10 years back, I didn't know all of this then. For me that time, only Sister Shivani made sense, right? And I was, and she came like a healer to me. Her voice was so soothing, I could resonate, but then I couldn't apply her teachings till the time I practiced self-love. And thanks to my therapist who introduced me to Louise Hay. But whatever she is teaching, it is all so important and relevant, but I was not able to understand it and questioning it and challenging it unless I understood what Louise Hay has to say about self-love, right? Also going further, if you follow if you're attracted to different spiritual concepts, like angels, guides, a spiritual team, it all came very naturally to me. But it took some time for coming, because I was not ready to first understand all of it. There's so much trauma in me that I was not able to understand. I was not able to seek that help, right? Also, so that spiritual side also started to come, and with right information, and made so much sense to me. And now obviously I can seek so much support from different things. And even today, when I'm not feeling well, I am not able to help myself, I go and listen different videos, or I can go to my teachers, different teachers teaching me different things now. pranic healing came into my life because, and it came to my life much later. I learned Reiki very early on because my mom practices Reiki. So I was already attuned to that Reiki energy, and I healed myself. Then I started to heal myself, but that time the healing only meant my physical pains and aches. Okay, now I'm having a migraine, I should heal, and and that pain will go. Or maybe I can do that healing and magic to someone else and that pain will go. But that healing doesn't happen that way unless you work on your root causes, unless you work on your main triggers, right? So all of this I learned very later on and from different teachers. But now, coming to understanding of all of this spirituality, it feels so empowering, and it feels so nice that we have so much of power in our own selves, and to have that transformation for our own self, our solo personal transformation, and where it is our journey, it is our responsibility, and it is such a big beautiful tool and eye opener that so much of trouble and chaos that we cause in our life, it is all self created. So we have so much in us, but we have not learned it right? And therefore it makes so much sense that if we learn about spirituality at very early age in life, it will be a biggest blessing for all of us, because it will just change our perspectives. And having said all of it, it does not just happen miraculously in 1 year or 2 years. It is a very long process. So even if you see these teachers, they still go through all of it. They're still learning, still exploring themselves, because the circumstances changes. They are called to do different things at different times in different lives, right? So, and they're exploring. Even the authors of so many books, they upgrade their books. They because they're learning something new every time, with obviously the spiritual laws, the universe, and also how should we teach people, because working on clients, or maybe they get some more nice ideas, and they upgrade themselves. They upgrade their books, they upgrade their publications, and all of it. But it is such a big blessing, and we all should really feel blessed. I thank my universe for choosing me to force me to get into this field, which obviously I aspire to be in this and do wonderful things here, to heal myself and people as much as I can. But this coming to me at the right time, and it was just like knocking on my door, right? So I now really feel blessed. And having said that, there are days which it doesn't make sense. There comes a point where you think that now you've had an overdose of it, I want to go back to my normal routine, right? And that's the beauty about it, because you can't be in one single zone at all times. You will need to toggle between the two, right? So obviously there are certain practices that you follow irrespective, but you obviously want to go for a vacation change, or even when you get so worked up at work, we want to just leave it for some time. So same thing happens here, right? Because healing is really not a easy walk. It takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of guts, it takes a lot of pain to let it go, to release, and it's an ongoing process. But spirituality just will open your eyes, it will expand your horizon, your thinking, and you will come to understand how beautiful the life is. And all of it, everything that is happening to us, is obviously our own creation. So people say no, destiny is already written. Yes, there is a plan, there is a soul plan, and I will be talking about all of it later. But so much is in our own power, because the thoughts, the vibrations is everything. It is everything that is created because of this. So just a humble request that open up yourself and search more about these topics, search listen and search and explore different kind of people whom you want to listen, follow, or resonate with, and just understand and debate it. uh, and I know it gets very difficult to find like-minded people in our friend circle, but you can follow different, social platforms where such topics are being discussed, because it really is a good support system that you can rely on. With that, a lot of love and light. Thank you. Bye.